Hello and welcome to the Overwatch X League. This is week one of the OWXL. We had a game earlier this week, but this is really when the games are starting to kick off. I am your host, Salt and Pepper. We have SQUA and FELIX CULPA, like I said, from Tier 1 for you today. Just excited to get the season started. We are in Season 2.5 and ready to get going. So, make sure both teams are ready. Got confirmation from both captains. And we'll be started very shortly. For those of you that don't know, the week one has been extended another week, obviously with the hurricanes out in both Texas and Florida. Want to make sure that everybody is safe and we're not prioritizing Overwatch over that. So it's been extended to make sure we can get all the games in that need to get in. And so we'll have a lot more of that coming for you in the coming week. If you haven't been to our website, OWXleague.com has all the information for you as far as scores, schedule standings. As soon as week one kind of gets kicked off, we'll have the standings page up for you and could get all the information there. The first map in this game will be Eichenwald, and I think we do have confirmation, like I said, from both captains. So we're gonna get going. And starting out here on Eichenwald, this is the first pick from the map draft, or rather the last pick remaining. Squad on the left-hand side here defending first, Frogs87 and Diva. The Don Jiggy is going Soldier, Master Opu filling in Reinhardt, Bo Bidley on Mercy, Buddha on Symmetra, and Flip. Flip is a trip. That's a pretty cool name. On Reaper. For the attack, Rogue Narwhal going Roadhog. Triggered Coffee filling in the second tank in Reinhardt here. Silly Clutch going Tracer, Guy Shy 64 on the Soldier, and Death Puncher. Zenyatta Absorbed going Hanzo. For those of you curious, the other three maps in the map pool are Hennemura, Kings Row, and Nubani. I think that's kind of interesting because obviously they're mostly hybrid types, so we'll see how this first match goes, if it's pretty evenly matched or if one team has a significant advantage in this game type, and see if that will affect how the losing team picks the map going forward. It's shocking. I don't think I've done a game before that didn't have a control point map in it, so that's interesting, but yeah. That's how the map draft works sometimes, and sometimes people just want to avoid those just as much as they'd rather play them. Both teams kind of sitting the choke right now. Reinhardt's holding strong. The defensive one a little bit more so. Master Opu preventing a lot of that damage coming through from his team. Looks like maybe they got pulled over, shifted to the right a little bit, but now coming back into the choke. Nobody's gone down just yet, but as I said, that flip is a trip going down quickly. Rogue Narwhal falls. So now both teams in a 5v5, but obviously the attack disadvantage from the tank. However, they do have the shorter respawn, so they could have an opportunity to come back in here pretty quickly and take advantage of the man down. Guy Shy for the attack coming this left-hand side meets his opposite Soldier who takes him down very quickly. The Don Jiggy watching for those flankers and handling it appropriately. So the defense again doing really well, just staying behind the shield. You see Symmetra and the Soldier back here. It's Buddha, I believe. Just staying behind the shield and trying to get damage through and not getting spread out too far. It's obviously good to see from them staying nice and grouped up. Now the attack coming in through the left-hand portion over here, able to find a little bit of space, and Triggered Coffee on the Reinhardt is doing what he can to, again, push his team forward using that shield disadvantage. He will charge in here and does catch the Don Jiggy in a good pin there. The Death Punch will come out with the Transcendence, just try and keep this attack maintained and keep everybody healthy. They are starting to get some of the kills in the feed. Frogs was out of mech, but Diva is still at large somewhere. Master Opu finally goes down for the defense, and a good res to bring back the two tanks that fell from Bo Bidley on the Mercy, and Flip the Drip comes in to clean up the rest of the kills for the defense. So it looked like a very, very good attack and a dicey, maybe a dodgy defense for SQUA. coming to that second, just that last team fight. They were able to hold really well. I think they used 3 ults there. Actually, it might have been just 2 ults. Um, well, obviously including the Symmetras, which I guess doesn't really count for team fights, but valuable nonetheless. Used a few ults and just wrapped that up very quickly, and going straight back to work the Donjigi, picking up the flanking Silly Clutch on Tracer, preventing any kind of damage there. And you see Reinhardt for the attack. FELIX CULPA a little bit low in the right-hand side, maybe trying to he really does need help. It looks like both tanks maybe drop there as the attack continues to trying to push his right-hand side. Death Puncher finally grabs one, and once the shield goes down, very good move there from Trigger Coffee to come back into and charge Master Oppo in the defensive. Reinhardt there cleans up with the pulse bomb from Tracer, and it looks like they may be able to push in just a little bit. Oh, as I say that though, these Symmetra turrets just melting Trigger Coffee with only about 30% health, and we'll see if he's able to. Looks like will get the help he needs from Silly Clutch, who I think switched over to Mercy. I believe, yeah, Silly Clutch was on Tracer, I believe, and switched to Mercy, so just need a little bit more healing there to get to break through this defense. I think that's a good pick from them. Trigger Coffee tries to get a nice little flanking attack in there. Doesn't quite come off for him, and again, just everything kind of coming in and out of the choke right here. I like the attack from FELIX CULPA, but this defense from SQUA, they're still sitting there with 4 ults, including the 15, or they're 15% away from having another Death Blossom, which was obviously so effective for them in the last attack there, but a very good shatter to get down both tanks there. It takes out Master Oppo, able to clean him up nicely. Buddha just getting the kill that she needs though, counting back to the defense as the single res on Master Oppo comes in. I think it's a smart res there as Silly Clutch then goes down. Does have a res, won't be able to use that for the attacker, so once again the defense able to clean up nicely there and prevent the attack. They only about 25 seconds now, haven't gotten a tick on the point, and I like this bend don't break style here from SQUA. They've absorbed quite a bit of damage and just able to clean up when they need to keep this attack at bay, and once again going straight back to the choke, trying to set up their defense again. Very strong from them so far. Absorbed on Hanzo trying to come in and flank without his team will go down very quickly, and now immediately disadvantaged. Everyone else tries to push back in. They're able to get on the point. Looks like the overtime will be triggered. The Graviton comes in to prevent the defense from doing anything. I think gets everyone in that grab. That was a fantastic Graviton coming in from Rogue Narwhal to identify the grouped up defense and collect them all. See if they're able to clean up. Not a lot of kills going down, but both Mercy's now down. Silly Clutch still not able to get that res off. Bo Bidley has one as well, so that will not be a factor. But now a tick gone on the point, so they've got something they can hold on to. And yeah, I think the last couple attackers drop, and maybe we'll drop this overtime with about 50% take on the point. And again, a very strong defense from SQUA. Looks a little, again, dicey there at the end, but able to hold strong and have a really good opportunity to win this game now. Look at the team comps for both sides. Just a few seconds to go before this round's about to start. Frogs goes Zarya, Donjigi, Lucio. Master Oppo again on the Reinhardt, Bo Bidley filling it again on Mercy. Buddha opts for the Fair this time. Flip is a trip still on Reaper. And for the attack, or for the defense rather, Rogue Narwhal on the Reinhardt again. I really liked the battle between him and Master Oppo in that last match, last round rather. That taking the Reinhardt down seemed to be the initiation for both sides, as it should be, and it was just interesting to see that that play back and forth off the choke. Triggered Coffee on Bastion, Silly Clutch, going Symmetra this time. Both teams using Symmetra, but filling out the Simtorb combo with Death Puncher on Torbjorn, Gaishai going Soldier, and Absorbed on Mercy. Again, the attack from SQUA only needs about 50% of the point to take this match. So they may. It doesn't look like they're coming in with. I don't know. I guess they could coming in with a pretty aggressive comp here just to see if they can take this very quickly and kind of maybe blitz their way through without having to use ults. Just do it. Just one and done. We'll see how their attack comes in. Pharah and Mercy looking to flank a little bit, see if they can cause some problems. The Torbjorn turret sitting on the right hand side goes down immediately without able to cause them too much damage. It looks like they are kind of running out around this right-hand side, preventing the damage coming in from main and sticking to the walls for protection. Coming out in front of Master Opu though, and they'll probably need to use his shield obviously to get through this. We'll see how well they take care of these sim turrets coming through, but now able to pull away a little bit, but now that Ryan shield will go down for Master Ofu, but it looks like they're making a good grouped up concerted effort into the point. They've got 2 picks now, including the Torp turret. 3 Death Puncher goes down, and this may be a very short round as they storm the Bastion, take him down very quickly, and look to start building a percentage on the point. As it ticks up now, it looks like they will be able to take this first match. And again, impressive display from SQUA. I've not had an opportunity to see these teams or SQUA play before. I think I've broadcasted a FELIX CULPA game, but SQUA looked like they were very just tight, played well as a group, played well as a team, and obviously got the win for it. So yeah, coming to this next match, we'll see what FELIX CULPA picks. They do have the map pick, so let's see what they decide. Okay, the map pick has come in. It looks like it will be Hanamura. Again, that's makes it makes sense obviously because Squad did so well on that last hybrid map. The only other two maps available in Numbani and Kings Row also hybrids. So maybe looking to mix it up a little bit and see if they can get an advantage there. They will be defending first this time, so that could be beneficial for them. And so we'll just get confirmations again from both captains, and we'll get this game started.
Traveling to Hanamura.
Enough waiting around. Let's get out there. You gotta believe.
All right, here on Hanamura, obviously a 2CP assault game type. Again, they will have to take a point first, so that was kind of the issue with the hybrid map. They weren't able to get to the payload portion, so we'll see how FELIX CULPA does here. Obviously, they did pick this map, so but they will have the advantage, perhaps defending first and just being able to dig in before Squad really gets going. But you know, again, we'll see how they do. Squad did have a very good attack as well, so it could be difficult for FELIX CULPA to contest with regardless, but we will see. For the team comps, Rogue Narwhal on May. For the defense, Trigger Coffee Junkrat, who obviously is a big part of the meta now, or at least a growing part of the meta with the changes that have come in recently. Silly Clutch on Symmetra, Guy Shy, Flanking Tracer, Death Puncher on Zenyatta. Looks like they are. Oh yeah, and then Absorbed on Reinhardt. A little worried about the Zenyatta, technically solo healing for the defense, but we'll see how they do. For squad in the attack, Frogs on Zarya, Dong Jiggy going Lucio, Mestroku, Reinhardt, Bo Bidley, Mercy, Pharah, Buddha playing Pharah, and flip his trip on Reaper. This is the, I think, exact attacking comp they had for Eichenwald, so effective for them there. We'll see how it goes. The trading picks either side right now. Buddha, obviously a natural counter to that Junkrat, did take out Trigger Coffee, who had just taken down Blue is Bo Bidley on the other side of Mercy there, so they won't have that healing coming in. But again, the short respawn gives them a little bit of an advantage. Buddha just running rampant back there, so the Clutch taking him down. And right now, or falling rather to him. And right now, the defense does not have a hit scan to contest this Pharah, and that could be an issue. Looks like the attack coming at a point very quickly, almost about a minute off the clock before they start gaining some valuable percentage. The defense will try and come back in and contest Trigger Coffee, who went down early there in the previous fight, trying to come in to keep this alive for them. Rogue Narwhal and the May trying to fill in as well. Gaishai goes down, and again, the defenders trickling back in, just dropping very quickly as this attack rounds out their first tick. Looks like they won't have much more resistance coming back in here. Able to take that pretty quickly. So again, a good attack from SQUA. I feel like they, again, very tight and Buddha on the Pharah, again, didn't have anybody to take him down, so I think Felix CULPA may have to switch up their comp a little bit. Rogue Narwhal does switch to the Roadhog. That could be an advantage for them. I kind of think now that Gaishai is going to go on the Sombra. And health packs here aplenty. Obviously, the hack could make a good position for them, but once again, no natural counters to this Pharah, and Buddha gets a good triple there. Now a quadruple with the just the Rocket Barrage combined with some vanilla kills on the side. And Trigger Coffee will come in with the Junkrat Tire to try and take somebody down, but the Death Blossom actually popped there from Flips a Trip, will take it down pretty quickly, so not going to be an issue for them. They're already halfway on this point, and still about 5 minutes and 45 seconds left, so it's been just a really, really good attack here from SQUA. And you see Bo Bidley sitting up at the top, trying to maintain that high ground, letting the Lucio wall from Don Jiggy, the Sound Barrier, come in and keep the team alive while he stayed up. In the event he needed a res, there is the res on Master Opie there, who does not have an ult, but again, good to keep a nice, strong fight alive. The Frogs will come in with a expert Graviton to keep everybody off the point, and yeah, just a really good attack with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on Hanamura for Squad.
Switching sides.
So having seen a pretty comprehensive attack there from Squad coming into Hanamura, or actually on Eichenwald, then coming into Hanamura, just a little bit more of the same for them. Attacking really well, playing really well. Felix CULPA doesn't quite have an answer yet, and I think Buddha is going to be a big issue for them. If, you know, on the next map they play, if they don't find a hit scan, they're not going to need it here as Buddha goes Symmetra, flips the trip, staying Reaper. And I think actually the Symmetra switch will be the only change for Squaw on their defense. Kind of if it isn't broke, don't fix it. And again, they're playing really well. Felix CULPA switching it up just a little bit. Rogue Narwhal going Diva, Trigger Coffee, now trying out the Reinhardt off of the Junkrat he played on defense. Still the clutch on Soldier. Gaishai again going Tracer. Death Puncher once again Zenyatta, and Absorbed on Hanzo. Solo healing with Zenyatta on the attack could be difficult, but they may be able to make it work. They do have quite a bit of damage coming in. Or at least they have ways to make it difficult for Squaw's defense here. So we'll see how they play this. Whoa, lost my camera there. There we go. Both teams coming to the choke here. Buddha taking some heavy damage early, but the Symmetra is doing some work as well, as Trigger Coffee is already down to about 44%, able to regain his health there again with the solo healing Zenyatta, still about halfway, but gaining it back very quickly. Nobody gone down just yet, and Trigger Coffee decides to use his charge there to take out a turret. But then coming in very quickly and just swinging big, able to take on Master Opu, but still disadvantaged as they come into this point as Gaishai and Silly Clutch both fall. But Trigger Coffee not too worried about it, will go straight to point immediately. I like the aggressive attack from him as the rest of his team starts to follow in. Rogue Narwhal and Diva now joining, trying to take down Don Jiggy here on Soldier and seeing if they can start gaining this percentage, but now more of the defensive squads coming back, and it could make it difficult, but now the Transcendence earned very quickly from Death Puncher, able to come in and keep this attack alive for them as the very solid Earth Shatter there from Trigger Coffee, able to help eliminate a few. Bo Bidley will revitalize the defense with a good double res, and it looks like they may be able to start regaining supremacy on the point. Yeah, and even with the long respawn, Gaishai will have to pull back there, and probably not a fantastic pick given Don Jiggy is playing Soldier and they'll be able to take him down pretty quickly, but we'll see if he does decide to switch off that, maybe we'll get up the rest of the 40% of the way to a Rocket Barrage and then switch off. But again, I liked the aggressive attack. It wasn't really as tight as it needed to be, I think, to be effective from Felix CULPA, but a good idea from them, and obviously they have something they can take away from that. I like the early Transcendence, just try and keep everybody alive there from Death Puncher, but then obviously didn't have it later when the rest of the defense started coming in. They really started needing to get that health back. The Tactical Visor coming in from Silly Clutch now, seeing if he can pick up anybody, and is able to grab Frogs, but other than that, not too much going well for them, as most of their attack is going to it's going to fall here. Few different combinations. Now Trigger Coffee going Orisa instead of the Reinhardt, seeing if that with maybe the Fortify will help negate some of the charges, or be able to counter Reinhardt, maybe play a little bit of a different dimension. Rogue Narwhal is switching to Junkrat, just trying to get damage through this point. You see him getting there very quickly, but goes in without a shield and will get picked up very quickly. The Graviton's going to come in from Frogs, but only grabs the dead body of Rogue Narwhal just sitting there. Not able to do too much with that. Probably wanted to get a little bit more value, but again, just the attack right now is falling just a little bit at a time. Gaishai staying on the fair, not quite able to get that rocket barrage off before falling. Will have to respawn, and just a little bit at a time, not really able to stay alive probably as well as they need to be. But that pretty solid ult there coming in from Absorbed, and able to pick up a few. But once again, Bo Bidley coming in with a clutch res to bring Master Opu back to life and kind of help keep us alive. Looks like Silly Clutch coming in the back completely by himself and trying to kill just anybody. Didn't really work out for him. Flips a triple, come in with a solid quadruple on this rocket, on the Death Blossom rather, and take down the rest of this attack. And once again, it looks like as FELIX CULPA tries to come in, they get a little bit of progress. SQUA kind of galvanizes a little bit and takes them down pretty quickly. So now with 20 seconds left, they don't have a lot they can hold on to. No ults there for the attack. Rogue Narwhals, I think the closest about 85%, and even then, it would have to be a really well-placed tire to give them any kind of progress on the point. They don't have a lot of time to get in. Silly Clutch once again coming in the back line without an ult or anything, melted pretty quickly, and it just wasn't going to be an issue for them. I don't know if they'll be able to actually get... Oh, it looks like the overtime is triggered here, but they don't have anybody to come in and capitalize. And once again, SQUA's defense holds really strongly, and they will take that game 2-0.
Excellence is its own reward.
Okay, and in this format, it is we're playing 3 games regardless. So FELIX CULPA will get an opportunity to pick one more game. Obviously, SQUA's already gotten the win for this match, winning the best 2 out of 3. We do play the third for tiebreaker reasons. So we'll wait for that. For the pick from them, they have the choice between Numbani and King's Row. And given what we've seen from just the point defense and point attack from either side, it could be difficult for them, but again, they could come in with a completely different comp and kind of change the face. SQUA's obviously been playing really well, but FELIX CULPA could be able to go a little off meta and find difficult characters to counter. So we'll see what they come out with. We'll be back very shortly. It looks like the final map will be King's Row. This is a pretty popular choice. Not too surprised to see this come out from them. I do like this map quite a bit. Again, it is a hybrid map, so taking a point is going to be the kind of the biggest thing that FELIX CULPA will have to overcome. I'd like to see them be able to get to a payload portion and see if they can kind of take something back from this match. Obviously, you'd hate to go down 3-0 in your first game, so yeah, hopefully they'll be able to come out with something and give us a pretty good contest. I think both captains are ready, so we will get started.
Now entering King's Row.
Again, coming in on King's Row, I do like this pick. A few different opportunities to hold to the choke here, so maybe that could be just the variable that FELIX CULPA needs to take something away from this game. Obviously, I see a lot of teams hold to the choke point, but then also back here behind the building to prevent a lot of that damage coming in. So we'll see what they decide to do, or rather what SQUA decides to do on their defense. They will be defending first, and like they did on Eichenwald. Thank you. So we'll see how this goes. It could be a mirror of that match. Again, maybe they would have gone, knowing they would be on defense the second map, maybe they could have gone with a hybrid there to see if they can get the payload push. But either way, we'll see how they come out with their attack. It's like Rogue Narwhal going with Doomfist. Again, maybe that could be the opportunity for them to switch this up a little bit and have a little bit more success. Trigger Coffee going... They have no tanks. Trigger Coffee going Pharah. And again, maybe countered pretty easily by Don Jiggy. It was kind of an issue for them, but we'll see what, how that plays out. Silly Clutch on the attack Bastion. Probably going to switch to a tank. Or somebody else. Guy Shy going Sombra. They have a lot of attacking players. And Death, they're going to start this way. And Death Puncher going Reaper, absorbed solo healing these 5 DPSers. Basically. Senyatta. Coming in very quickly, and Rogue Narwhal just making it all the way to the point, but not able to make it all the way back and taken down very quickly there. Trying to come with the Doomfist and cause some problems for Master Opu. On the Reinhardt, not really too worried about it. Now going down here very quickly, but healed by his Mercy. I didn't get a chance to introduce the defense, but they haven't changed, I think, throughout this entire match. Been playing really well, so there's no need. You're already familiar with their this line at this point. And Silly Clutch actually able to find a really good spot here and using the Bastion to force them back behind this building, and they're actually starting to earn a little bit of percentage on the point. Somebody's going to have to go in and take down this Bastion. I do like the double res there, picking up both tanks from Bo Goodley. They'll have Teleporter here pretty soon, about 5%, so that could be an advantage for them. And now the defense starting to clean up these kills. Once the Bastion went down, everything followed shortly thereafter. Fell shortly thereafter? Oh, words. Anyway, as the attack comes back in here, Rogue Narwhal able to get Master Opu here pretty quickly, and they're starting to earn a little bit of percentage on the point. Frogs comes back and takes down Guy Shy. Silly Clutch. Some of the attack came all the way back around and almost about to take on the point. Able to pick up a few. Don Jiggy and Buddha answering back. Trigger Coffee coming in and taking down that counter. So without Don Jiggy there, he actually may be able to get a little bit more progress. Still coming up on about a third of the point. Trigger Coffee uses a very low rocket brush to take on Master Opu. Some might call it overkill, but it worked out really well for him. And now Rogue Narwhal able to find Bo Billy in the back, but it's not going to matter because Buddha able to take him down and protect the Mercy. I like the supports being protected there, and the rest of the defense starting to clean up the kills in the feed. Silly Clutch still causing problems here on the Bastion. Just getting a few kills on point, including Don Jiggy and Bo Billy here. Frogs, for the defense, doing what he can to stay alive on point, and Silly Clutch obviously not on the point, so not able to earn percentage in that disadvantage there. We'll use tank mode now, but I think Frogs is pretty pretty juiced here after just holding the, I think had a bubble up while Silly Clutch was just melting in bullets, so able to get pretty charged into the beam coming out there and just melting all that stand in her way as she does eventually fall there via absorb. But once again, the defense holding strong here on the point. They do have the res still from Tobidley, so protecting her will be the priority. Rogue Narwhal, I believe I hear a tire coming in. We'll see how they contest with this. Master Opu kind of by himself and a very good jump all the way over the top to take down Flips the trip, and Master Opu not going to matter because Bo Bidley in a good position to make the double res. Don Jiggy comes back with the tactical visor, taking out Triggered Coffee, and again, just a really good defense here from SQUA on the point. Possibly a reckless charge there from Master Opu. Doesn't have the shield in front of the point to protect the rest of his team. The attack will take that opportunity to come into point and start trying to cause some problems. Buddha, however, not interested as Gaisha and Death Puncher both fall. Now Rogue Narwhal, a good triple for Buddha on the Symmetra, showing that she's not just a support. And able to take down these enemies coming back in. And once again, the defense from SQUA just holding really well. Absorbed here by himself. Is going to be taken down very quickly via Frogs' beam. Don Jiggy taking down Triggered Coffee again, and now back to the natural order of things that they are going down via the hit scan soldier. Buddha finally does fall. Rogue Narwhal able to pick him up, has been causing problems for the attacks. That could be an advantage. Silly Clutch will come out on Bastion, but completely unprotected and goes down very quickly. And I feel like with 30 seconds left, the attack may be kind of panic mode a little bit. They're not really coming in as a group and dying as individuals, which is not really going to help them take this point. They do have 2/3 of the point though. That's something that they've not gotten in the previous matches, is significant progress on the point. I think on Iconwall they may be at about 50% or so, but it was overcome pretty quickly. So having 2 ticks is significant for them. They were able to get up to 91%, so that will be helpful. The Transcendence from Flippers a Trip, who did switch to Zenyatta, I think I missed that, comes in to help keep the team alive. Absorbed by himself here on the point and will get taken down very quickly. Silly Clutch in tank mode takes out Flippers a Trip, but not able to get anybody else as Buddha comes in and wraps up the rest of the attack. And once again, the defense holding well, did not quite let FELIX CULPA get as much as they would have liked, obviously, but still 91% is further than they've gotten, so they know they have something they can hold on to now. And if they defend well, be able to take a point from this game. You have the comps from both sides now. Once again, largely unchanged, the defensive comp from SQUA. Don Jiggy switching off the Soldier to Lucio, as he has done. Trigger Coffee may be able to take advantage going Pharah. We could get an interesting Pharah battle, though, with Buddha also going Pharah. So we'll see how that plays out. Rogue Narwhal and Symmetra. Silly Clutch going Reaper. Gaisha once again on Tracer. Death Puncher on the Hanzo, swapping with Absorbed, who now goes Zenyatta. Your SQUA, you've got to feel pretty good. First week of the season, first game. You want to come out and play really well. They have played well, and obviously gotten the win in this game. This one is just for tiebreaker purposes. So, but again, going in 3-0 would be huge for them coming to this first week.
Be sure to stretch before engaging in rigorous physical activity. Aerial superiority achieved. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective B.
Attack from SQUA coming out very quickly. And it looks like the defense, a bit of a death room coming left hand side to prevent that choke. Rogue Narwhal setting up this turret well. Again, they do not have a tank. FELIX CULPA on defense. I'm not sure how effective that will be. They don't have anything to prevent a lot of this damage from the attack coming in through the center. And so the Clutch falls pretty immediately. Buddha will fall, but Death Puncher drops again, or rather drops also. But as I say that, Kill's kind of swapping either side right now. FELIX CULPA's got Gaisha here on this Tracer just in behind, and nobody is paying attention. Looks like he may be able to pick up Bo Bidley, who's been crucial for SQUA up to this point. And yeah, now the attack coming in, able to make a little bit of progress, but I don't know if they were aware of how they've been disadvantaged losing members from the back. Communication needs to be a little bit better. Gaisha just kind of going to work in the back there, not really contested at all whatsoever. and just kind of seeing the movement there from him on the point. Oh, it's not at that replay load. I want to get you a little bit of guy shot just in behind the defense there from SQUA, the attack rather, and again just running rampant, not really able to be contesting him at all, but really coming with a very solid 4-man res there after the rocket barrage, and the rest of the attack or defense combined well to take out quite a few in there. But now coming at a point, they do again. It seems like they have a little bit of an advantage. The defense kind of falling left and right. They're starting to get the kills that they need to take a significant percentage, and I don't know how. If the defense will have anybody, they can really come back in. Looks like Gaishai taking down very quickly. Rogue Narwhal trying to come in with Symmetra, but not really working out for them. I think they do have the teleporter, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Still, the Clutch able to come back in on Reaper and maybe cause some problems. The delay will be brief, though, as he does fall, and they will round out the 91% they need to take this point, and SQUA takes the third map on King's Row. It's just a good win from them.
Heroes never die.
Oh, let's wreck it. Damn!
That's how we do it.
So all in all, a really good comprehensive win there for SQUA coming into this game again. Like I said, really important for them to get the win early on in the season, and off to a really good start. We'll have the standings updated for you here on the website very shortly. Actually, I think we may complete week 1 before we get standings out there, so we'll have those available for you. Big shout out again to Casual Gamer. They have been sponsoring us and have a lot of just really cool prizes that we get from them. The faceplates you've seen on this match start screen, and just you see the URLs there, casualgamer.us, or on Instagram, casual_gamer, and a lot of really cool stuff. Definitely go and check that out. And like I said, score, schedule, standings, visit OWXL.com. We'll have that for you. If you are just passing through and don't follow us on Twitch, feel free to give us a follow so we can, stay in touch. We're broadcasting, get those games out for you. The season's coming thick and fast, so hopefully we'll have a lot more games throughout the week. I believe there are games tonight as well, so check back for those. And for the OWXL Overwatch X League, I am Sultan Pepper, and see you next time.